Hello, hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here, Plan with Elise, and today we are planning in my MakseLife vertical for the week of September 1st through September 7th. I have a really beautiful planner kit here that I'm really excited to use. And I know that it's not technically autumn yet, but I feel like the Labor Day is the start of the end of summer, basically. Labor Day indicates the end of summer activities, I'll say, because it's not the actual season. And I really wanted to use these to kind of indicate that, but I think I'm changing my mind for a second about where I'm placing something. So I got these weekly weather stickers, which is an add-on that I've never purchased before, but I really like the idea of putting weather in my planner. So I want to use them. But first, I think I want to use some of these like washi style strips towards the top. So just kind of changing my mind a little bit. But the beauty of Planner Kate stickers is that you can shift things around. And I've never had any issues with like ripping. And then we can come back. And these stickers have this really cool little section. So there's a blank section and then a high and a low. And I'll fill these out each day because the other part that comes with it has these little weather icons. And I thought that they would just be so cute. So I'd put the type like sunny, cloudy, rainy, etc. in the first box, and then those other little weather ones. Or I'd write the high and the low each day, but I didn't put these down straight. Let's try to get them a little bit better. Okay, and then we'll take our other strip and put this over here. Oh, it didn't. There we go. Okay, and then we'll get these down. I'm just doing like a little bit of overlapping. So obviously I can't put these down yet because I don't have the weather, but we'll save them to put in afterwards. Next up, let's take our day of the weeks and put them here. And with Planner Kate, of course, you can save using code Elise20 on your order. I think that I was just seeing what I had here. Okay, I want to make sure that I wasn't missing anything. The other thing I'm thinking though is maybe I want to just cover these up entirely. I'm changing my mind a lot today because it would say September, which I don't really need it to say September. But what I could do is if I cover it up, I can just pop the date in there. Yeah, I think that I like that better. So we're going to move things around a little bit again. There we go. And then we'll shift these. Oh, that one had a tiny bit of ripping, which doesn't usually happen, but it's okay. It doesn't really impact much because we're covering it up. And then once we get all these down, we can get to the like actual planning part. This I feel like is just all the setup. Okay, now let's come in with Hello Autumn. And we'll put this right over here. And because Monday is Labor Day, I'm not really anticipating a ton of to-dos or things that I'll really need to take care of. A lot of it is going to depend on whether we are down the shore or not, and that will depend on the weather. So I'm going to add in a couple of functional sections for myself, because whether we're down the shore or not, we'll end up coming home that day because we have work Tuesday, but I'll probably want to get a couple of things accomplished. So even if it's just like laundry and unpacking, so I am going to add this little checklist in right over there. And then let's shift to Tuesday and we'll do another one of these header boxes. You know that I like to kind of stagger my checklists so they're all not next to each other. And then Tuesday, I'm going to want to put in a box because we have dinner for James's parents' anniversary. And then I can also do, looking at my icons here, trash icon for trash day. And we can even just add like a little label over here with that. There's some gap here, but we're going to talk about that shortly. While I have this sheet out, I'm going to use the weekend sticker with the cute little weekend banners as well. Okay, I like those. So we're actually filming this video in two separate parts. I realized while I was filming the first part, which was actually this morning, that I wasn't doing a great job. And I think I just like wasn't in the right headspace. I think I was feeling distracted by my to-do list for the day. So sometimes as a content creator, that happens. And I just have to sort of recognize it in myself. I think I've gotten better about recognizing it in myself. And when I'm able to, fix it, to be able to rework the video or finish, like stop and finish the video later. It's something that is important to me because of what I deliver, but it's also important to me because I want to be providing you with, a video. If you're spending the time watching my video, I want to make sure that it's the best that I can do. So anyway, I just wanted to explain in case the lighting is different, because sometimes that happens at different parts throughout the day. I do use the same lighting equipment, but of course the sun comes in a little bit differently at different hours. So we're just going to kind of continue here. I do have some of these extra like blank spaces that I'm going to fill in afterwards. So we've got like a little bit of a strip right over here. I'm planning on adding in a quote, but I was just going to be more mindful of the spacing. So that said, I think I'm actually going to shift this down here because then it would give me the opportunity for another quote if I have the room for it, like a short one right over here. Okay, then next up, I want to include a birthday sticker from the weekly kit because it's my aunt's birthday that day. So we'll add this right over here as a reminder. And then we're going to do a recycling icon down here for recycling day. I don't know why I'm not using a tweezer on that. And then we can come back through with, let's do, thinking box, or we have some of these other boxes. So let's bring in this mustard color. And if I do a box here, we could do a wider quote right here. That may actually look really nice. I need to get up and get the quotes is why I'm not doing it, because the sticker book I wanted to use for quotes is not next to me, which is silly, but I'll need to get up. So once we get these down, I'll do that. And that will make things a little bit easier. Okay, that feels like good spacing. I have this fall collection sticker book from Amber Plans Her Day, and one of the things I really like about this sticker book is that there's a lot of quotes that are different sizes, and I thought that this would be really pretty here. So if I take this one and then my white pen, think that we've got the space here. The white pen I'm only using for the thicker line in the middle. I'm not really concerned about the other lines. What is happening with this pen? I'll do my best here. Okay. And then we're just going to place this right over here. And then I'm looking for something a little bit smaller for that spot on Tuesday. So we'll put this right over there. And look how good that looks. Now for the bottom part, I've actually shifted the way that I'm using the bottom part throughout the year for what kind of makes sense to me. And lately I've been using these Proud Sticker Designs Currently words, and I'm doing things like planning, a wedding guest list, proud of a goal that I achieved, things like that. So you can save at Proud Sticker Designs with code Elise20. The website is linked in all of my video descriptions, but I'm really liking that right now as the bottom because I feel like it kind of gives me the opportunity to have like a win or something to celebrate each day. So that's how I'm using that section. And then Friday, let's add a box over here, and we're going to do a checklist because Friday is a day off work for me, and this will actually be my first Friday after Labor Day that I'm like fully home and have the day ready to work, which is really important for my goals right now. And then I think that we're going to do another quote right over here because again, we have the space. So let's do fall is proof that change is beautiful. I think that would be pretty. Right there. Okay, now I know that I'm saving a full box for Sunday, so I just want to kind of figure out where it's going to go. I could put a checklist over here and something here, so then I can put this here and a checklist for Sunday. So Sunday, we have my godson's baptism. His name is Donnie, and he is one of my best friend's sons. We met at kindergarten orientation, my friend and I, not her son, but his birthday was in August. So they're doing the baptism on Sunday. This is crooked, and very excited to be able to attend, and such an honor to be asked to be his godmother. So I'm really excited. And I bought, well, she doesn't watch my videos. I was going to say, is she going to see this? She doesn't watch my videos. I bought him a really beautiful rosary that I'm very excited to gift him. That's like, has his name on it. And I just think it'll be really special. So let's see. I'll grab these checklists and then I can kind of see what else I have room for. So I think since we already did a quote right here, I'm not going to do one, but we'll do another box. So we can take a square box right over here. And then let's do maybe another one, like a pattern box. I like this pink. All right, that's good. Now, coming back to my sheets. So I am trying really, really hard to be better about meal planning. So what I'm going to do over here is first move over my little banner. Oh no, I ripped it. That's fine. Okay, and then we're going to take our meal planning stickers, and this is where I'm going to put 7 of these. Yeah, 7. There's 8 there, but that's probably just because of the sizing. But we're going to do 7 so that I can map out my meals for each day of the week. When I say my meals, I'm really talking about dinners. Lunch is usually whatever's in the fridge. Sometimes that's left over from dinner, but it tends to be whatever's in the fridge. The focus really here is going to be dinners. And then for an example, like Tuesday where I'm going out to dinner, what I'll do beforehand, because I'm really trying to make healthier choices, is look up the restaurant beforehand and decide, look at the menu and decide what I'm going to get. Because I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but even if I have the intention of eating healthy, I will get to a restaurant, I'll be really hungry, I'll look at the menu and I'll see something that feels like it's going to be delicious. For example, I don't know, chicken parm or some sort of pasta dish or something like that. And then I order that because I'm ordering out of hunger and not like with my head. So choosing beforehand and committing to myself and getting excited about what I've chosen is a really helpful way for me to stay on track with trying to eat healthy. Now I have my Planner Kate stickers. These are my custom words that I've been using on and off throughout the year for these habits on the right. I haven't used them much this summer because I've been away so much. And so trying to stick with habits is really hard when I really need to spend my day like getting things done. So I haven't used them as much, but I'm looking forward to just getting back to a regular schedule now that we're post summer travel. And I think that having a kit like this from Planner Kate is a really good way to do it. So I think that we are all set. Like I said, these are ones that are going to be filled in as the days go. I usually do it at nighttime or the next morning when I'm setting up my planner for the next day. Like if I'm writing in it, I'll do yesterday's. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will link everything that I used in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.